welcome out to the Nerd Effect News Show, week ending August 31st, 2014. I am one of your anchors, Dustin Vancourt, joined by my buddies,
Micah Morgan,
Mason Ireland,
Nikki Prindle.
Yay! And we're all going to pass out now.
Yep.
Good night, folks.
Yes.
The end. Hey, thanks for listening to us. If you're a first-time listener, we're
They
sorry.
get better, we promise.
Yeah, we just
I have a con hangover.
and it was only one day.
I know.
I know, it was I've been de-virginized. That was my first con, like, truly at a con. Like, I've been to a couple of other ones, but like
Not for very long, ever.
As a spectator and for less than 2 hours.
Well, being a spectator is like the normal thing at a con. Most people are there as quote-unquote spectators.
I know, but what I'm saying is I went in head first this time around.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh!
We also do a lot of that. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you're
Usually me.
if you're a first time listener to the show, welcome. And if you met us at our table while we were at the con, hi.
We're really
And-
good at acting normal. You're welcome.
Yeah, we're good with kids in public. Wow, that did sound weird, didn't it?
That was
I'm
really...
going to
Mason just-
excuse myself from this conversation and or association. If
I'm
Dustin's going to make us sound like pervs.
He just
It
made
was not my
himself sound like a
intention.
perv.
It was not my intention.
hey, don't
Oh
look
my
at me. I behaved myself.
There was a pervy comment, and Mike didn't make it, you guys.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, there's room for improvement.
Good job, buddy.
Yay.
I'm really proud of you. It'll happen. Yeah.
So there was a lot of boobies at the con.
There we go. There were a lot of boobies.
And there goes our Facebook likes. Back down.
At least two per woman, I would think.
Usually.
Yeah, I think that's... I mean, you know, there's exceptions, but
Yeah.
typically that's how that works.
Oh, yeah.
Any sizes, shapes, colors.
Boob-shaped, boob-colored.
So this is why I like being on this show. I don't even have to do anything.
You're not the weirdest one in the room
Yeah.
all of the time.
I can just throw out a single word and let you guys run with it.
Well, the word was boobs, Mike. I mean,
It's the best word in the world.
it is the best word in the world.
And it's a palindrome. Well, if you take the plural off.
Yeah.
But
You're a palindrome.
no,
Your face is.
it is.
It's the same going this way as it is going this way.
Relatively. Especially now that I'm buzzing my head.
Well, except for the piercings.
Yeah, that's true. It's a little...
Why did you ruin the palindrome, Dustin?
I wanted to go against the grain because I'm a rebel.
I'm a rebel. I do what I want.
So we came here to do news.
So I got stock facial piercings.
Oh,
Yeah, what?
So I got stock style facial piercings.
Yep.
It's not as bad. They look good on him. I'm just saying that they're stock places.
Yeah, they're nothing crazy. But, and I won't ever... In fact, the only other one piercing I want is an industrial, and then I'm done. And I have a free one coming, and I need to... That's what she said. And...
I was just going to let that one go.
Yeah, I was too.
And,
We need to kind of ration them out a little bit more now that we've got new people listening to us that don't know us already.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to get that taken care of. She's been busy, I've been busy, and just haven't been able to sync up schedules.
Yep.
And now you know.
The more you know.
We do a lot of that too. All right.
So, shall we, before every news show for you newbies, we do a little rock, paper, scissors at the beginning of the show to determine who's going to read their news article first.
Super exciting since this is an audio podcast.
Yes.
I know.
I know our listeners love that.
But it's tradition at this point. We have to.
All right.
I lose every time. That's also true.
Have you won once at all?
No. I don't believe I have.
You've never won.
I don't think so.
Today's your day. Let's make it happen.
Doesn't feel like my day, but we'll see.
Kai by bo.
Yeah, nope.
Damn.
Dustin just won in a
Unanimous.
landslide. Normally
it.
it takes at least 4 goes for a winner to be declared, but
Well,
Dustin
do you want to
owned
go
us.
first?
Oh God, no!
Oh, okay.
I never want to go first.
Okay. I guess
See, the actual rule is that the winner selects who goes first.
Yeah,
Yes.
which Mason usually likes to pick me because he knows I don't want to go first.
What was that?
That must be a ambulance.
Or a fire truck?
An ambulance. Oh,
That is a fire truck.
there's a fire
sir.
truck.
Yep.
Coming up Vista. Passing people on the right.
Free sound bites, quick, record it.
Well, don't do it
Oh.
over it.
we just walk.
There's your mild piece of excitement for the
There
podcast.
are really
people.
big windows next to us, so we get easily distracted by things outside of them.
Ooh, lights.
There's shiny stuff out there, you guys.
All right, I'll read mine first. Why not? Mine's pretty straightforward and to the point, but was also a bit of a surprise when it happened. So several months ago, there was rumor going around that Google was going to dig into their pockets and buy Twitch. And in fact, I think most people thought it had already happened, but apparently it did not. Or at least I thought it had happened. Because it fits right in with Google's YouTube structure and would just basically bring that many more people
Google
into
buying all the things and trying to take over the universe.
They tend to do that.
Trying?
Well, it was
I think
Microsoft.
they have at this point.
It was Microsoft for a long time. I think Google's overcome Microsoft in the quest to take over the universe.
They at least have the cooler stuff.
That's true.
I mean, they haven't bought Sony to get a hold of PlayStation yet, but
Microsoft does tend to provide
Yet.
the
I said yet. It was
hardware
there.
and
I know, I was
operational
emphasizing the
software.
for you.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Samsung. I want Samsung to rule the universe.
Yeah. They make the best phones.
I want
And
robots
TVs.
to rule the universe.
Well, Samsung will make robots by then, I'm
Just
sure.
don't buy their microwaves.
Nope.
Dustin had a traumatic microwave incident.
I have a $350 brick sitting in my garage right now.
I bet they made the microwave in our break room. We have a microwave in our break room that when you push the button to open the door, the microwave turns on.
That's safe.
And so they unplugged it and sent an email out, and people ignored it, plugged it back in. So now it's turned around facing backwards because they couldn't get the plug out again.
Great. I hope people start growing a sixth.
Oh gosh, I know. I keep telling people, I'm like, if you get superpowers, can I design your costume and add it to my portfolio?
Okay, so Google up and never actually bought Twitch, but Amazon, who probably has very similar gigantic pockets,
They're still deep. I don't think they're
Yeah.
as deep as Google's, but they're still pretty fucking deep.
decided that they were going to buy Twitch for the lump sum of $970 million, which
Why didn't they just go for the cool billion? Make it a round number.
Penny change.
Well, those last $3 billion they could use for acquiring.
That last 30 million they
Another-
could use.
yeah.
Acquire a startup somewhere.
Yeah, I did math fail, but thanks.
Well, I'm sure it was part of the negotiations. They started off,
I'm in math
give
right
us
now, by the
$1
way.
billion, and they're like, no, we're thinking more about here.
Yeah,
Probably,
I'm
actually.
sure that's
And
exactly
then the
what
name
happened.
met, you know. And they were probably actually thinking they weren't going to get that much. Just threw $1 billion out as a random number.
Yeah.
$1 billion, yeah, that sounds like a lot.
Well,
Oh,
Twitch
okay, well-
is kind of a big deal now as far as gaming goes. It can, it has a lot of people watch it. I watch it on occasion. But the game I usually watch is Dota, so I can just launch Dota and watch them. But like if I don't want it to jump around, I like, oh, okay, Dendy, for example, being a major player that I like. Like if he's playing on Twitch and I just want to follow him, I can go to his Twitch stream. Whereas like if I'm watching that same match in Dota, it's going to do the bounce around style that Dota does for tournament announcers. So, there's advantages to both.
Well, and the other big thing too is that the big selling point here is that Amazon also just recently launched in the last 6 months or so the Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah.
They're basically their version of the Roku box.
Right.
And with their acquisition of Twitch, they can actually launch that onto the Fire TV box and make that an exclusive for.
Can we
their
just take a
box
minute
alone.
and appreciate the Amazon Fire Phone commercials of the little kid entrepreneur?
Yes.
seen
Oh, yes, those are funny.
You want to live in that house, little man? Actually, I was thinking it looked like a good investment. He's sitting on a big pile of cash from selling his startup. Like,
I know.
7.
I actually fully appreciate the Amazon Fire TV one where they have Gary Busey yelling at his TV.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's just because Gary Busey is yelling at things.
He's a nut.
Yeah. If you're
He's not
like
even a
me,
nut,
then you
he's
like
a
to yell
shell.
at things.
So in short, I don't know what this will mean for anybody other than Amazon, but it's their deal. They snuck it out from underneath Google, and it's going to be an Amazon Fire or an Amazon exclusive. It's going to be their thing
Okay.
now.
I would like to write an open letter to Amazon really quick, real fast one.
This is audio. You're
Saying
not
if they need a
writing it.
community manager, I'm all available.
Okay, there is that. But, and I'm willing to relocate to either Amazon's offices or Twitch's. I don't care. They're both in nice places.
Seattle.
Yeah. But besides that, Amazon, your apps on Android devices and iOS devices work quite well.
They do.
I would like to put that out there that you've done a good job on those.
Especially your free ones. They're usually not crap.
Fucking fix Twitches. Get it to goddamn work and work well, and let me actually find what I'm looking for.
Is specifically Amazon's version of the app?
No, the Twitch app.
He's asking Twitch.
I'm asking Amazon because
I
they now
gotcha.
own Twitch to fix the fucking Twitch app.
Oh, I got you.
There's a lot of that in the podcast, too.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
Boobs?
Always.
Well, that too, yeah.
Okay, what?
Twitch plays Air Drone.
Oh. I want to see Twitch plays Flappy Bird.
Oh my god.
I was going to say, I think that was another thing they had mentioned is that Amazon's also been looking into getting into gaming eventually.
Yeah.
And not just apps, but like some form of
Console.
Yeah.
console gaming. So,
Watching the fish play Street Fighter got bored after the first 5-6 hours.
I fucking loved that Twitch stream.
Until the fish died.
It died.
Yes, it died on stream.
You posted that link, and by the time I saw it, the feed had ended, so I missed
man.
it. I'd never watched Twitch before, so most of what you're saying is lost on me. But
Well, I watched it because you get the fish like just kind of like, casually swimming up against the screen, going over to the left. You're like, come on, oh, little more, oh yeah, get him. And it's just because, it's just crazy.
They have the tank censored out for
Yeah.
different parts of
okay.
Yeah, so they're in different sections of the tank. So they move around from one section of the tank to another. That's like hitting one of the buttons repeatedly.
oh, how funny!
So they're either just sitting there jumping or they're punching. If they get right on the line, then it does both the buttons together. So it's just, oh my god.
I'm sad I missed
Yeah.
that. Go fishies, go!
I was thinking about like Twitch plays Pokemon. How that was like everybody's doing
Oh,
it
that's
in
the thing
fans
you were
and making
talking
it twitch
about.
around all the time.
Yeah.
I was just imagining that air drone just kind of through the air. No way.
Twitch plays Flappy Bird. I'm telling you, it'll work great.
Somebody made a Flappy Bird MMO. Like it's a well, not that they aren't all Java based, but it's a browser version of the game. It looks like Flappy Bird, but doesn't quite control 100% like Flappy Bird. But basically, it's just got like, I think the max in one room at a time is like 250, but it's like 250 Flappy Birds just bouncing around on the fucking screen, including yourself.
You wouldn't be able to tell
And
which one you were.
It's got all their usernames underneath it.
That
so you
sounds really
Oh
annoying.
my god.
oh, it's super annoying.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how many people cannot get past like the first 2 or 3 pipes.
Well, yeah,
Like,
because there's a gazillion other people trying to do the same thing.
well,
do you ever watch Knockout?
the other players are ghosted.
No.
What?
You ever seen Knockout?
What?
I think that's what it's called. It's like MXC meets American Ninja Warrior.
yeah.
And there's this part where they had to launch off a slide and shoot through. It was a spinning thing that looked like a reel-to-reel, and they had to shoot through the gap and land on a platform. And watching them just hit the wall repeatedly because their timing was off was great. And that's what I imagine the Flappy Bird MMO being like.
Yeah, it's just people just smack it into like the first 2 or 3
Yep.
pipes like several hundred times over. And
Yeah,
then,
that's pretty much
and
what
then
it's
like if you get past like the first 2 or 3, then it's like it gets narrowed down to like 10, and then you can keep going, and you can actually get to a point where it's just you.
And you know you're the best.
Yeah.
Get that Karate Kid music playing.
You're the best around.
And then you hit a pipe.
Smack. Aw, you're not the best around.
Is there anyone in this room? Nope, just you. I'm the best.
Still the best
around.
around. Oh man,
Oh, and also I apologize when I sing. Sorry, new listeners.
we do that a lot too. I'm just going to announce the things we do a lot. It's going to be really annoying, and I do that a lot.
Everybody wins except nobody.
Yay.
So anyway, what else?
That's about it. They look on, let's see, It says it would make sense for Amazon to select some Twitch content as an incentive to join Amazon Prime, which offers Fire TV subscribers exclusive shows and apps. The deal also will allow Amazon the ability to offer select shows on its new video shorts platform with ad sponsorships and sell a full slate via its global commerce platform. In that space, Amazon competes primarily with Apple and its content commerce hardware ecosystem, and to a lesser degree Google. The deal puts Amazon in the position to take on YouTube as a hub for user-generated gaming video.
You know, I'm really disappointed in Amazon Prime right now. Because I was reading online that you can get a free Amazon Prime membership if you're a student. So I went to check it out because I was like,
it's half off, I think.
It's free for 6 months.
Oh.
And I've been interested in it, but I wanted the idea of being able to test it out for 6 months, and then it's half off after that, and then I think after a certain period of time it's full price. That was appealing to me because I could try it out, because that's a lot of money to drop at once to me. It doesn't include streaming. It's just shipping for the student membership, which I was like,
Jen's on student and we have streaming. Maybe you gotta pay for it first. Maybe you're just trying out the shipping and not getting the streaming.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know, but I was reading it and it had little check marks as Jesus. They are communist check marks, don't question it. Check marks is.
Check marks.
Got it, it's so late right now.
No, it's not.
It's 9:30.
We're just tired.
It's not late. You're just a wimp.
I'm tired.
I have
too.
a child.
You were at work all day too, Mason. What the hell?
We're not wimps. You're just a crazy cyborg, Mason.
Oh no!
Shut up.
What have you done with the real Mason?
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Can I see your internal components?
No.
Gross. I was just disappointed because it seemed like, hey, letting me try this thing out is going to make me more likely to give you my money in the future. But only giving me the one feature that, to be honest, isn't even the one I was really wanting it for.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they at least gave you streaming for like a couple of weeks.
I don't buy stuff frequently enough. Like, I ended up signing up for it anyways because, hey, free shipping, but I don't use it frequently enough to justify a membership based off just that feature, whereas if you let me try the streaming as well, I might be like, oh shit, yeah, this is worth the money. So,
especially now that you know that Tick's going to be exclusive to Amazon.
I know.
I would like to point out that Amazon, that was a bad move. Yes, free shipping sounds like it's important to students. No, streaming video is important to students. Yeah. Free shipping is important to students' parents.
Yeah. Chances are if you're buying books off Amazon, your parents are paying for them anyways. So, I'm also mad that I bought a computer code on Amazon thinking it was a book, paid for expedited shipping. They mailed me an envelope with a piece of cardboard in it.
Yep.
Charged me $14 for fucking shipping. That made me very angry.
Did you email them back?
I should have, but I just fumed for about 5 minutes and then got over it, except right now because we're ranting about Amazon.
If it makes you feel any better, there's a cute Amazon story out there right now involving cats.
I posted that. That's
Was
why
that
you
you?
saw it, yeah.
The extra cardboard?
It involves cats, Dustin. Of course it was.
I wasn't sure
me.
if it came from... Do you know how many people I have on Facebook that have cats?
Yeah, but the level of obsession that I have...
I mean, that could have come from Mike Dodd, Mike Laidman, you,
The level of
Mike,
obsession that I have, though...
This Mike.
Yeah.
Of the 3 Mikes that I know immediately off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, it's this page I follow called Doodle Cats, and she bought toys for her cat's birthday and ordered them off Amazon instead of going to a store because then they'd ship them and her cat would have a box too, and they shipped it in an envelope, and she posted a thing on Twitter to their page and was like, you ruined my cat's birthday, not being totally serious. And then Amazon customer service got back to her and was like, we're so sorry, we ordered her something so she'll get a box. And it was like this super cool one of those tracks that the cats can bat the balls through, that it's like Brio trains for kitties. Like,
Yeah.
They're nuts. And they sent it to her for free, and she sent a picture of the cat in the box next to the cool toy.
Yeah. The cat's like, I'm happier with the box.
Yeah. So that was really cute. Yeah. That made me happy, actually, that they did that.
Mike?
Me? You sure?
We're not going to talk about cats anymore?
Oh, I just wanted to bring it because it involved
No, it's
Amazon, and that's what
fine.
we were talking about was Amazon.
It's fine. Cats.
So, is that a mega rocket in your pocket?
Oh, God.
Yes.
I had to throw it out.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, I really should have gone there. So, NASA's new mega rocket, a towering booster designed for deep space missions.
That's what she said.
She said, yeah.
Will be ready for its first test flight no later than November 2018.
Awesome.
Everything is awesome.
When you're part of NASA.
Look at all that rocket fuel we're gonna burn now.
Nicely done, my friend. Well played.
Yeah, everything is intergalactic.
Everything's explosive.
Yep.
Especially
so
rocket fuel, which we're sending
if you go
off
to
now.
the link that's going to be posted in the show notes, they got a pretty cool
And it'll be in the newsletter.
And newsletter, yes. But they got a pretty cool diagram showing the size comparison compared to like the Boeing 747, Space Shuttle, Saturn V, and, you know.
Not to be confused with
rockets.
the Jackson 5.
But, yeah. Probably not.
I'm sorry. The look Mason's giving me is fantastic. Oh, I'm done. Continue. I'm done.
And
Go ahead,
you're
Mike.
the only one that found that amusing, too. We love you, though.
I think I'm hilarious. If anyone else laughs, it's just a bonus. I don't care. I'm just making myself laugh.
So, the rocket is expected to stand about 400 feet tall, or 122 meters. It's going to be a big, big puppy. Looks like it's going to have, of course, you're going to have your payload at the top, central rocket, and the double booster system. So it's going to have two side rockets, a center rocket, which it looks like it's going to be one of those that comes apart.
So it's
And
going to be
then-
in stages?
Stages,
They
yes.
should do stages A, B, C. That's 1 and 2.
The delirium has set in.
Oh,
I had coffee at 7:30 at night.
You don't work tomorrow. You're
No,
fine.
but I'm getting up and hiking.
That's your own fault.
Yeah.
I'm getting up with the 2.5-year-old. So.
Okay. In retrospect, this story
That's
didn't
your own
have-
fault.
Yeah, it is your own fault.
In retrospect, the story's more pun than actual story, but I think it was worth it now.
Sorry
Mason.
for the pun.
well, I would just like to point out previous that Mike's story is about the future of space travel, which is fucking awesome and needs to continue.
Yes, please.
However, my story is more down to earth and possibly a little bit of a political trigger. Just people
Literally down to earth.
Uh-oh.
yeah. So people were warned.
And it's not in English.
It was in German.
Yeah, it's in German.
I don't even know what yours is
Yeah.
about.
So just
Get-
right-click, Google Translate.
Yeah. And you're going from a Germanic to a partially Germanic language if you're translating it to English. So Google Translate does a really good or pretty darn good job. It's not 100% perfect, but, it's really, really close.
Or if you're Sarah Ober and Lisa Fly, you can just read it.
yeah, or my sister.
All right, everybody get your rage bats ready. And send them to.
Go fuck yourself at nerdeffect.com.
We did set that up, though, eventually.
Yes, we
You
did.
did?
Yeah, it's a real
Yeah,
thing.
that was set up several months
Oh,
ago.
I didn't know it actually got set up.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's actually checked into it since we have. But
I'm gonna email you Rage Comics.
But a little bit of a setup. No, everything is not completely fine in Iraq. The Islamic State, which is a multinational terrorist organization, is trying to enforce Sharia law in Iraq, especially in northern Iraq, in Kurdistan. The Kurds, who are mostly Islamic, mind you, but not completely Islamic, are more interested in the fact that they're all Kurds than in what religion they follow, and that doesn't fly with a lot of Islamists. So the Kurds have a militia called the Peshmerga of about 4,000-ish people right now. That's completely egalitarian as far as who they let in goes. Yes, they have a military structure, but they're like, okay, you're an Islamic woman and you want to fight for the Peshmerga, and you're a Christian man who wants to fight for the Peshmerga. Awesome. Because
Have
they're
a gun.
yeah, here, have some training, and here's a gun. Because they're more interested in protecting themselves from outside forces who want to ruin their way of life and stuff than they are about being part of the state of Iraq or any one religion. or lack thereof. So Germany, in lieu of sending troops, has decided to arm the hell out of the Peshmerga. They have sent them 16,000. This is just so far, along with 50 million kroner or euros. In humanitarian. Besides the 50 million euros in humanitarian aid that is going to Kurdistan, they are also sending them about 20 million in military supplies, including assault rifles, pistols, grenades, missile launchers, rocket launchers.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom. And a whole bunch of SUVs and armored assault troop carriers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a whole bunch of ammo for them.
So, bring it.
Yeah. So, they are making sure that, basically Germany's trying to make sure that the Peshmerga are more heavily armed than the Islamic State, especially more than that any Islamic State cell can deal with. But they're just arming them. They're keeping the fight internal to Iraq by not sending in international troops.
But doesn't that just get them all riled up at Germany then at that point? Not that Germany wouldn't just go... yeah.
Actually, Germany's military kind of sucks balls. They got a lot of cool toys because German engineering. Mm-hmm. But Germany's not too serious about their own military anymore. After that whole World War II and World War I thing happened, and them getting their dicks knocked back into the Stone Age dirt both times, Germany doesn't really play military hardball anymore. They're good at making toys, but they're really not that good at using them.
And chocolate.
They make pretty good chocolate.
If
you like milk chocolate.
And they're really big on latex now.
I have a German friend who's in
They're
Germany
German.
right now.
That is true.
And sometimes she brings us back chocolate, and it makes me really happy.
Milka bars?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want her to bring
Milka
Kinder
bars.
Eggs, though, because
Because the Milka bars, because that's what everyone from Germany brings when they come back from Germany.
Which, I like Milka.
Because you can't get them at the World Store.
Yeah,
Or
that's-
the-
But no, Milka's like the big chocolate brand in here. It's like Hershey's
No,
in
I know,
America.
I know. I have like 3 different kinds of Milka bars in my fridge. I do like the Bubbles one. The Bubbles one is really good. It's
I don't really care for the bubbled chocolate.
I do. I like it. But yeah, she's in Germany right now visiting
I like
her
the
family.
Milka. I like the Milka with the milk cream. Those are really
I
good.
the
didn't
little
have
layered
those.
ones. Or that has like the layer right in the middle of it, or
No,
whatever it
it's like the one where it's like individual little packets of cream
Yeah.
and it's just in bar form, and you get like I don't know, what is it, 3 by 5, so about 15 of the little packets of the cream center.
Isn't it a German company that makes the eggs too that you break open and get
Kinder
toys?
Eggs.
Kinder Eggs, yeah.
Yes, and Kinder Hippos are to die for.
Yeah, but they're not Kinder Eggs. I have a collection of Kinder Egg toys that I started acquiring when I went to Austria, and I love Kinder Eggs.
Fuck you, America, for making them illegal.
Well, no, it's because I think it's because our kids are too stupid to figure out you don't eat the tiny toy inside the chocolate egg. I think that's why they won't sell them here. Is my guess.
So German kids are smarter than American kids, or have more common sense at least.
Have you met Lisa?
More common sense at least.
Pretty smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Americans aren't really teaching kids common sense.
Yeah,
America.
Our kids aren't really known for being.
Oh, look, a Mario
Savvy.
toy. I need to eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, and they're not just tiny toys. They're tiny toys that are taken apart and you have to assemble them, and they're in a
Right.
little plastic egg. The eggs are not easy to get into. But I still have a theory that the choking hazard is the reason.
My daughter is obsessed with watching these fucking weird Play-Doh Easter egg review videos, and she's 2.5. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
And we give her a tablet, and she always like Play-Doh Easter eggs, and like, fuck, okay. So she watches these little, and she just falls down the rabbit hole. And by the time she's done watching those, she's on the other things. But she always starts there, and there's one YouTube channel that she watches specifically called Baby Big Mouth, and it's Kinder eggs and like Disney eggs and like all these different kinds of eggs that they just break into and pull the toys out and kind of go over them for half a second, move on to the next egg, and that's all it is, and it hurts me. I don't understand how he, and several million subscribers on these channels. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand.
You just don't have the obsession for them.
There's another one called Disney Collector who reviews like all these little tiny Disney toys. Most of them the Disney eggs, but like the Disney Play-Doh sets. She reviews those all the time. Just, oh God, and Evie's obsessed with it. She just likes to watch these little. Maybe it's just because maybe she wants them and she finds them amusing. So
And there's also a lot of bright colors.
Yeah. Bright colors.
Damn.
Characters she's familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, go fuck yourself at nerdeffect.com update.
Oh, yeah? Do we have an email?
Grand total of 4 emails.
Are you serious?
3 of them spam. One of them from Mike saying we suck.
Oh.
And that was clear back on April 27th.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when you set it up. I was like, oh, I'm sending an email.
Wait, you said we suck?
Yeah, I sent an email
You're
to
one of
go
we.
fuck yourself at nerdeffect.com that says, you suck.
But you're
It says
one of
we,
us.
we suck. Michael Morgan.
Oh, we suck, yeah.
Mike. That's silly.
I was testing the email. I gotta test it with something authentic.
So if you have anything bad to say, go fuck yourself at
Please don't have bad
nerdeffect.com.
things to say, I'll cry. At nerdeffect.com.
All the things at nerdeffect.com.
That needs...
All the
No.
things. We don't need several hundred email addresses unless it's going to serve a
We've
purpose.
got a newsletter at nerdeffect.com.
Yeah,
If
but
anyone's
that's- but-
interested in signing up for our newsletter, you should email your full name with the subject heading subscribe.
But that is specifically for outgoing mail.
I
and
know,
if
I was
anybody-
just telling people to subscribe for our newsletter. Why do you gotta...
Which is on the main Nerd Effect webpage as well.
Yeah, or you could just email us.
I'm curating it, so me.
NIKKI at nerdeffect.com.
No, it's
So
newsletter.
did you add everybody already manually to it? Like,
I already sent it out.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never got it.
Because you signed up after I sent it out. I even posted a thing saying I'd sent it out, and you signed up like 2 hours later. Yeah, and then I posted the link saying, "Hey, in case you sign up for the newsletter after we already sent it out, here's the newsletter, so you can read it."
But you went through and added everybody manually,
Yeah,
like that signed up at the con.
I made an Excel spreadsheet. We have an Excel spreadsheet for emails now, by the way.
Nikki's on it.
It's any excuse to make an Excel spreadsheet. I am all over that shit.
To be honest, Nikki was like super excited about
Yeah.
the idea at the con. It was literally birthed that morning.
Yeah, I was like,
Before the
hey, not
cons.
everybody has a Facebook, and there's a lot of kids here. We should do a newsletter. And he's like, oh, yeah, we should think about that. I was like, no, I have a spiral notebook and a pen. We're doing this shit. And we got 38 emails. And,
More entries into the hat.
yeah, more entries into the hat.
Which, by the way,
Congratulations.
congratulations to names are escaping me at the moment. Hold on.
Congratulations to Words. Yay, Words.
Congratulations to people.
Good job, you guys. You did it.
Still,
Here we go.
So about how many
to
entries?
Corson Hooper and David Harper.
Yay, you did
you
it.
guys.
You got a thing.
I did get your emails. I will respond. I know you guys are looking to actually meet up to get them. I was expecting mailing addresses to mail them to you, but apparently you guys want to get them quickly. So
And that saves you money,
I
so
did
that's
not
not
even
bad.
quite think ahead that far. I will get back to you probably before this will even air, but
I would hope so.
yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll get them to you one way or another. I promise.
I can always meet somebody, too, if they're on my end of town.
No,
You can give me
yes.
stuff at work and... Yes.
True. So about how many entries did we have?
In that hat, there had to be at least close to 50.
Cool.
But you didn't count them? In all that free time you've had in the last 24 hours?
Right.
Yeah, you should have been there like one.
fact,
I am disappointed.
Well, you said we had about 30.
No, it's fine.
You said we had 37 names or so listed.
38 emails.
38 emails, and we definitely had at least like 10 likes on our Facebook page, so that's close, about 50,
Yeah.
somewhere
Sounds
there.
about right. Okay.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
But again, thanks for joining.
Yeah,
we love
things.
you. Bye. Wait, no.
Wait, bye?
Wait, bye.
We're
no.
leaving?
No, it's time for Nikki's news.
It's time for Nikki's news.
Oh, yeah, Nikki has news! Okay. No, we don't want to play Jay-Z. Sorry. My phone still was on showing you guys cool music mode. what's this awkward pause brought to you by Dustin?
It's brought to you by the new followers at nerdeffect.com. Thanks for joining. We love you. And please continue to follow us and enjoy our newsletter. Sign up if you haven't. You can go to the users on the main Nerd Effect page. They'll drop down there and click it and just enter your email and your name. And Nikki will email you once a month with nothing but pure awesomeness.
It's true.
Pure G/PG rated awesomeness.
Yeah, the show is very not G and PG.
If that hasn't been apparently obvious since the first minute of the show.
Fuck.
And
Also
go
the
fuck
explicit
yourself.
tire tag balls, dude. I'm seriously can't brain today. I forgot what I was saying. If you have any sort of feedback on the newsletter, I think I mentioned that I posted a link to it on our Facebook page, so if you go look at that, if you didn't sign up for it, check it out at least. There is a subscribe button at the top of the actual read it in your web browser link that I posted as well. You know, you can also check them out like that. I think I'll probably just post them to our Facebook page in addition to that so people can see them. That's perfect. But if you read it and have any sort of things that you'd like to see, maybe you want it to be sent out more frequently, broken up into pieces, I was thinking of like asking for submissions from like kids, like if they had a drawing of their favorite superhero. I was thinking it'd be cool if we did contests and stuff like that. You just what you would like from a nerdy newsletter. If you have any sort of advice for us.
Hot cosplayer of the month.
No, it's GPG, dude.
That's PG. There's no nudity.
Hot cosplayer? I'm not saying nudity. I'm saying gratuitous boobies because I know you guys. This is geared towards some of the...
You guys!
I like boobies, but I also have them so I don't objectify them.
So I think you should do like this little cartoon version with my eyes bugging out.
No.
Wauga!
Yeah, put that next to
that was a really good wauga. That was awesome. You're good at that. That's a very strange talent to have. We send too many stickers on the Messenger app. I'm still looking for
you
my
all
news.
do.
I don't know what you're
This is a
talking
lot
about.
of really cool, weird ones.
I know. Have you guys...
I went to work this morning. I went break to go check it, and there was like 30 freaking messages there.
Granted, that was between Dustin and I over the course of like 6 hours, so that's really only like, what, like 2.5 messages per each of us per hour? That's not that much. It's just you were at work, so it seemed like that. You're lame.
And then I got my Facebook
Also, the
when I
fact
got
that
home.
part of this problem is that Nikki didn't bother to repost her news.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Mike, I need a ride.
Then you're not going anywhere.
I cannot find the damn thing. Oh, I think that's my news. Science dump?
Dude.
Science. Anyways, but if you email us with ideas of things that you'd like to see in the newsletter, or if you found a cool article that you want us to put in it, or if you have a cool arts that you did, or a funny video that you found, or, you know, whatever. That is my news from last week. Oh my god.
Just talk about it.
Okay, well, I don't remember specifics, Mason. I found it. It's okay. Anyways, newsletter. Yay!
Yay.
Sorry. I was drawing a pirate, so I wasn't prepared. I'll admit it.
It's a Scottish pirate, by the way.
His name is Gingerbeard the Pirate. And he's wearing a kilt.
Okay, you have to post that.
I will. I'll put it in the newsletter. Oh, God. Okay, so a group of undergrads over at North Carolina State University have figured out how to develop a nail polish that changes color if it comes into contact with what are commonly known as date rape drugs. So women can wear the nail polish out to bars and, you know, stir their drink with their finger, and I think it changes from black to pink, I believe is what it does. And
That was the other way.
well,
Either way, it's an obvious change.
It's a very obvious, distinct change. Dustin pointed out when I posted this link that some people are arguing that this is promoting rape culture, which I think that is a stupid argument because anything that makes people safer is a good thing. Yes, granted, in a perfect world, this wouldn't be something people have to worry about, but this is not a perfect world by any stretch of the imagination. So why would you not want to make people safe? You know, you can't control the actions of strangers, but you can control your own well-being. And something like this, I think, is just amazing because I know people that have been drugged and gone through that, and it fucks with you. And if
this had been around then, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a little more expensive than a normal bottle of nail polish. I can't tell. I was thinking I saw that they had a Kickstarter for it or something like that. Oh no, they had a K50 startup showcase. Okay, so they raised the money for it. They're hoping to get more funding to refine the prototype. But, I mean, for the price of a slightly expensive bottle of nail polish, that's what, $10 or less?
Probably, yeah.
And you could save yourself from a lifetime of
pain, shame,
and suffering,
depression,
and mental issues. Yes,
possible pregnancy.
Awful that we live in a world where this is a thing and the victims get blamed, but these guys aren't blaming the victims. They're trying to give them a way to protect themselves.
Defense, people. Defense.
Yeah, defense is not. If you learn self-defense, you're not promoting somebody attacking you. You're strengthening yourself by making sure that you're going to be safe. And that's what this does, is this gives women a tool. And I would love to read more about the actual chemical reaction, because I think that's awesome that they thought of incorporating this into something as subtle as nail polish.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing, is you can notice this without the person who drugged you being able to tell that you noticed it. And you can call the cops, and they can get caught.
Well, no, that's the problem. I don't know if it'd be admissible in court, but what I think would be hilarious is stirring the drink, seeing the change in the nail polish, then picking up the drink, pretending like you're going to drink some of it, and then throwing it in their face.
Yeah.
Because most date rape drugs can actually take really small amounts. So, if they go at the surprise of getting a cold drink thrown in the face, which generally, if you get hit in the head with cold liquid, you kind of, do a shocked inhale. It's just how the human body works. They might get drugged themselves. Okay, yeah. I'm a cruel person for thinking this is hilarious, but
I agree.
Do you think people who use date rape drugs kind of might deserve it? I don't know.
I do. I firmly believe in the punishment fitting the crime, and I think that is a good idea. But I also like the idea of if you can, if somebody brings you a drink and it's a drug, chances are it's that person that did it. If it's somebody you don't know. So, I mean, I don't know if this is the kind of thing that would, like you said, be admissible in court, but if you could call 911 or alert the bartender somehow and say, hey,
even if it's not the bartender doing it.
Yeah, this person brought me a drink. I don't know them, and it tested positive for this, date rape drug. I need you to alert somebody to this. This could help get rapists off the streets.
Yeah, or at least
at the very
take
least,
them out of the bar.
At least take them out of bars.
Yeah.
I'd say most dance clubs have 4 or 5 security guards roaming
the
floor too,
it could at the very least keep women safer, which I think is always a good thing, regardless of whether or not you believe they should have to do something like this to keep themselves safe. That is the world we live in. In Boise, Idaho, it's less of a prominent issue than it is.
Oh, it happens here.
I know it does. The people I know that it has happened to, it's happened here, but it happens a hell of a lot more in bigger cities. With bigger club scenes than Boise has. It just goes that the more people you have and the larger club scene you have, the more of an issue this is. And I think it's a great invention, and it makes me wonder what other things you could do with this idea.
Yeah.
Something that like a temporary tattoo that changes to a certain color if you've had too much to drink so you know not to drive. Stuff like that. It's just it makes you think whatever other possibilities there would be.
I was always a big fan of the really scary anti-rape female condom.
I don't think that's actually real.
No, they're real.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. They're primarily only used in Africa.
No.
Yeah, it's for real desolate countries where rape is unfortunately
a common pastime.
Yeah. But it's the spikes are inversed, so
it's when you pull out.
It's smooth going in, but like a friggin' Wolverine claw coming out.
Poetic justice, I believe, is the phrase for that. And I believe it comes out with the... I'm not going to say
gentleman. It has
gentleman.
to be surgically removed. There's no...
No, but I mean, I believe that it comes out of the woman.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah, with that, so that dude has to walk around with spiky wiener pain, which is just appropriate. It's awful that we live in a world where things like this are an issue, but I think it's great that, and this is a group, at least in the picture they show, it's a group of 4 young men.
Yes.
And I think that is fantastic that they are
working to tackle an issue like this.
And I get the whole rape culture thing that a lot of, like, is the new favorite thing for feminists to talk about. But the fact of the matter is that, yeah, they're right. It's a bad thing that people are like this. I get that.
But people are like this.
But people are like this. And no matter how much that you want to talk about it, it's not going to change in the next generation completely.
Just because something is wrong doesn't mean you can ignore the fact that it exists.
Or complain about it and say that's the only thing that needs to happen. Or
deny people the right to protect themselves from it. That's the part of that argument that bothers me personally.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a feminist. I mean, it kind of goes along with the whole lesbian thing. It's, hard not to be to some degree, but I'm not that kind, I don't.
More of the extremists.
I'm not extreme about it. Feminism isn't about women being superior to men being evil. It's about wanting equality, and that's the kind that I am. I just want everything to be equal, and I think everybody should stop being douchebags to each other. That's just my general life outlook.
Yeah, and the thing is that even if like basically socially men and women were equal to each other, you would still have douchebags on both sides who want to harm the other or harm anyone in general. And
I absolutely respect people who dedicate themselves wholly to a cause, but at the same time, human nature, I don't think that people will ever be entirely equal with everyone.
Well, there's also the judgment of individual upon another individual, seeing who is superior, who is inferior.
Exactly. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's I mean, we're gonna have to have full on J.J. Abrams, Star Trek shiny.
And then it won't even work.
No. So it's just, I think that it's important to talk about these things, but talking about it doesn't mean that you shouldn't still take action in other ways. I think you need to find a balance between, yes, there is a rape culture that blames victims, especially on college campuses. That's a really big problem. And while ideally that problem would get fixed and women who come forward and say that they've been raped would get help instead of, oh, you asked for it by dressing a certain way. Unfortunately, there's always going to be douchebags in the world. So finding, talking about it does make a difference, but much more slowly than taking action does. And something like this nail polish is going to help a lot more people than talking about it will.
Yeah, and the thing is
more quickly than talking about it will.
And the thing is that even if you, even if you don't shut down the people's mentality of they believe they have rights or access to whoever they feel like, which is sometimes part of the rape culture, sometimes it's just a power thing.
These people are also sociopaths, which is a disease and
but
not something that's going to go
if
away
you
either.
But if you can curb or prevent their ability to execute their plans, that in and of itself may not fix the problem, but it certainly curtails the outside effects of the problem.
And
on
it
other
will at
people.
least keep you safe. Which,
I say, it keeps the individual safe regardless.
Which is better than no one being safe. Which, granted, is, yes, bad. I'm not saying feminists are bad. I'm not saying that argument is entirely wrong. I'm just saying I think this is a good thing, regardless of all of the political side of this. I think that making something that helps women protect themselves in such a simple way, an affordable way, is wonderful. It's awful that we live in a world where this is a thing that women have to do, just like the anti-rape thing that we were talking about. But that being said, we live in a world where there are a lot of bad people, and just ignoring the bad people or just talking about them doesn't make them not bad.
Well, the other beauty of the nail polish too is it actually protects you from the fact that it could happen. So it's like it's not like in a situation where say mace or one of the high pitched whistles that you can pull, where in that scenario it could still possibly happen. Whereas this is an option where if you actually test it before it actually happens, you can get away before there's any indication.
Why let it get to a point where you need to use one of those things? I will admit that we've got 2 things of mace in my house, and I have an aluminum baseball bat by the door. Not because I think we're unsafe where we live now, but because where we lived before, we had a couple of neighbors that made me very uncomfortable. And I don't usually make rash judgments like that. Like, I don't instinctively dislike somebody very often, and if I do, it usually ends up being for a good reason. And so I took measures.
Yeah.
Preventative measures. I was hoping I wouldn't need to use them, but having them was smarter than not having them, and I think that's how it is with this nail polish.
Right.
You know, I'm not somebody who goes out and drinks. I'm not somebody who goes to clubs, but if I were, I would, and I'm also not somebody who wears nail polish. If I was somebody who went out and drank and this became commercially available, I would invest in a bottle of it. You know, especially if you're somebody who goes out alone frequently. Because no one's around to watch you drink, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. And like I said, it makes me wonder what other possibilities there are. You know, like you could test different foods for, they've got these new containers now for things like milk where it's got a label that turns a certain color if it's bad. They're in the conceptual stage, but you know, incorporating things like this color changing to alert you to chemicals technology, I think it's a very interesting opportunity to do a lot of great things.
So is that just to save your nose? Mm-hmm. That's like the only thing. It's like,
well,
I'm pretty sure your nose is the ultimate tester for milk.
Milk turns before you can smell it.
Yeah, I mean, usually when I'm finding out milk's bad, it's
drinking
too
out of
late
the
to
jug.
smell it.
Yeah.
I'm pouring a glass and I'm getting it up to my lips and going, oh.
Yeah, no, there's been times when I've had milk.
Cheese.
Yeah, there's been times I've had milk that didn't smell bad, but then I pour it and it's like lump. Aw, damn it. It was a day past the date. How do they test it so well? But, you know, but for things like what I was saying, like with drinking too much, you know, if you had a little temporary tattoo, like that one that measures the electrolytes in your sweat that we were talking about.
It can literally be the same kind of temporary tattoo, basically, because your blood alcohol changes the chemistry of your sweat.
Exactly. And you could have a thing that you could just rub on your arm, beginning of the night, look down at it before you go to drive. Oh, shit,
also,
I need to call a cab.
Could be clear, so you don't have to look like you're wearing a tattoo.
Mm-hmm. But
it's in a place where it's visible to you.
Like, that would just be very smart. And I think it would, because I know that some bars have breathalyzers in them now, but I also know that they're not accurate. I was talking to a police officer about that once, because I was curious about them. I was like, you know, have those actually helped anyone? No, it's just a way to get your dollar, basically. But, you know, I think that the color-changing technology, I've been obsessed with it since mood rings and those shirts that change color when you go out in the sunlight.
Hypercolors!
Yeah!
Well,
I always wanted one of those. When you would see those in the mall, they had the little UV light that they put over it. I was like, that's got sunflowers on it now. You know, they were cool.
I had one of those color change shirts.
They were so cool.
It worked about 6 months.
Yeah, it's 'cause
well, they wear out.
You wash it, and it's like the UV responsive tattoo ink. It just only lasts so long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have something to add to that.
Go.
In the news article you posted, the comments on it.
Yes.
There was one that really pissed me off.
I've stopped reading comments for that reason, but go ahead.
Yeah, there was somebody that was actually trying to make a point that having these would put the woman into a situation where she could get physically assaulted because she found out that the guy was trying to drug her.
If the woman's going to put herself in a situation where she's confronting this person who is intending her harm without having some sort of safety net around her, that isn't going to be the fault of the nail polish. That's
and if it comes down to it, I'll take a punch to the face than getting raped any day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's an unwise decision in general. That
generally speaking, somebody who's trying to slip you a Mickey is
a coward,
trying to avoid confrontation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The kind of people that do something like this aren't the kind of people that enjoy physically restraining someone or, you know, anything like that. It's somebody who wants a submissive, you know, and if you're fighting back, obviously not all the time, but there's a very good chance that they're going to back off, because anyone who does something like that is a total coward.
There were like 4 or 5 other people after that who are making that point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a cowardly person who, you know, it's a power trip for them, and you know, I think that chances, obviously confronting someone who has intention to harm you is a very unwise decision, just in general. If you're at the kind of club where there's douchebags that are there to drug your drink, chances are there's big beefy bouncers too. Go find one of them and let them confront him, you know? Like, it's if you're in a situation where I think that it's a good opportunity to get these people caught, not necessarily a good opportunity to seek your own
justice.
Yeah.
You're not a vigilante superhero. Don't be dumb.
Quick flow chart. Is your name Bruce Wayne? Yes,
Yeah.
no. No, don't try to confront him.
Yeah.
You're not a vigilante superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not find your phone on Find My iPhone website and then go knock on their door and ask for your phone back.
Yeah.
Granted, there are a lot of women
Or if
I
you
know
do,
who kick
bring a
serious-
couple of really strong, beefy motherfuckers.
Well, now, I do know some women who kick some serious ass. Like,
I didn't say they had to be female,
Oh, I
male
know, I
motherfuckers.
know.
I just said some seriously beefy
I'm
motherfuckers.
just trying to cover my own ass.
Okay.
I mean, like Helen and Heidi. If I ever needed backup, that's who I would want. Helen and Heidi.
Yeah, they could easily kick that.
Thanks.
Dude,
Helen-
are you a fucking black belt?
No.
Helen and Heidi are.
We can be large and intimidating.
Yeah, but they could actually do something about it. Dude, I'm not insulting you. Why is he taking this as a personal insult? They are
You
badass.
take a bat with me.
So could I. I'm saying if I needed actual backup that knows how to fight and defend themselves, I would call the people that actually know how to fight and defend themselves and do it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That's not an insult to your manliness.
I'd come if he asked, but don't bother asking because I am neither intimidating nor able to fight.
Oh yeah, no, I have a baseball bat and mace, but it would be like that scene in The Big Bang Theory where they go to get Penny's TV back from her ex-boyfriend and return home in their underwear with no pants. That's what would happen if I did it. But I'm not insulting you, dude. I'm just saying Heidi and Helen are... Would you want to get in a fight with Heidi and Helen?
What? I don't know, maybe.
That would be really stupid.
Throw down in a gym.
Answer is no.
Yeah, the
work
correct
out.
answer is no if the person in question is a, third level black belt?
I guess if they attacked me, I would have no
I would
choice.
like to point out I have sparred Heidi before and kicked the snot out of her.
Did you?
Yeah. I only had a yellow belt in Taekwondo at the time, and she had a black belt.
Well,
So,
either way.
no offense to Heidi. She is a dear friend of mine. But
Heidi's really badass and Helen's really badass. I'm just saying. That's who I would pick. Sorry, guys.
of course, I mean, part of
I don't know why you're taking this as an insult.
No, it's okay.
Dustin wants to be the protector man.
Okay, I'll call Heidi, Helen, and you.
Okay.
Jesus, really? Okay. All right, I fixed it, apparently.
I could just be that guy that stands in the background and goes, yeah.
Which
And
is
then when fights break out, I'll run away.
Which is why I didn't say I'd call you. I mean, I can throw a punch, but if I need backup, I'm going to pick somebody who actually knows how to do it the right way without breaking their own thumb, which I'm not.
Okay.
Anyways, that got
all right.
weird. I'm sorry I insulted your manhood.
It's okay. I'm just giving you shit.
I don't think you entirely were.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I said I would call you too eventually.
Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on to the... Okay, I actually have one little issue to bring up from last week's news show.
Oh, Christ, what?
I wasn't here for that. Was I?
Yeah?
I was here for that.
You were here.
Apparently not mentally.
Well, when we were talking about the Ice Bucket Challenge and how I mentioned that, 5 of the members of Girl Generation had done it and stuff, why were you so amazed that I knew their names?
I don't know.
Because you were, like, blown away that I, famous singers that I like, I knew their names.
I don't know. I wasn't trying to anybody. Why you call me out on this?
Because it was just kind of
like,
funny
I
to me to
just
call
don't-
you out on.
Well,
Because you were calling me out on my lady backup.
Yeah, I think it was just because I was trying to go off of with Nikki, just because we're just poking at you for the whole Girls' Generation.
Yeah, no,
I was kind of amazed though because I don't know, it just
I mean, it's like
because
I never knew
crazy
the
Asian
names.
names are hard to memorize. It sounds totally racist when I say it that way, but
Yeah, I
I'm
really
trying.
did.
Yeah, a lot.
I never knew the names of all the Backstreet Boys or the NSYNCs or the however many degrees. I never
That's
knew
true. You
that.
get poking me fun all day long.
You knew their names?
I knew all the NSYNC guys back
Last
in like high school.
Musicians I ever know the names for was like Duran Duran.
I know the names
was like,
of
I know
people
the member-
that sing under their name.
I was like, I know the members of the Birthday Massacre, The Cure, but The Cure's easy. It's Robert Smith and then whoever else is around, because really The Cure is Robert Smith and the other ones are interchangeable. It's true. But, like, I don't know, it's just I learned the names of bands that I like.
I don't even
even learn the names of songs I like. I learned the lyric. Oh no, I think I learned the lyrics, and then I hear the song 4 years later. I'm like, wow, that thing I thought they were saying didn't even make sense. Why would they be saying that? You ever do that?
No, because actually make sure to learn the lyrics.
Meh. I never cared that much. It's the tune I like.
Yeah. Or I'm more into the lyrics of a song and the beat than
It's
the
that
melodies.
orchestra thing. Yeah.
Right.
It happens.
It just depends on kind of what portion of it you're into. Like I'm more into the vocals than anything.
See, and right now I'm on this kick where I'm listening to orchestral covers of alternative music. Like, I started this kick-ass Pandora station that I can't stop listening to, and it's like Lindsey Sterling and Apocalyptica and Escala and all these really great like quartets covering like amazing things, and there's no lyrics. I skipped enough songs with lyrics that it finally figured out that that's not what I want. It keeps trying to throw in random shit, and I'm like, I don't want Imagine Dragons. What is this? And
besides, the cover by Lindsey Sterling and Pentatox was better than the original.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm on a no lyrics kick right now because I care more about the instrumentals. So I never learned. I don't even remember the names of any of them. I know people who can name, if you tell them, what song did you play for this concert your junior year in high school, they could tell you, like, what music they played. I don't remember. I didn't remember that when I was playing it. So.
Yeah. Me either.
Okay.
Any other side news? Before I get picked on horribly.
Anybody have side brains is, I think, the question at this point.
I'm good. I'm golden.
Okay.
Tick's going on Amazon.
Yay, Tick. Spoon!
Patrick Warburton reprising the role. Yay!
Yay!
Because he was pretty much birthed to play that
Play the
role.
Tick, yeah.
And
he has the chin.
And Kronk.
Man, anything else? I feel like I've read like several things in the last couple of days that were semi-important, but apparently not. No brains today.
Boise Comic-Con was awesome?
Boise Comic-Con was awesome, but we're going to talk about that in the next show.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
I wasn't sure which one we were actually doing. I kind of got lost.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
It was
Okay.
decided.
Yeah.
Twice.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going with it.
So, yeah. So, for more on the Boise Library Comic-Con, tune into the next show.
Yay!
Which won't be posted until 3 or 4 days after this one.
Yes.
You still need to post the initiative.
I know. Leave me alone. Half a family.
Being all defensive.
Trying, and I had a con,
I'm
and
Dustin. I make excuses.
I had 138 photos to post on our Facebook page this morning, and I had to edit all of them.
All you have to do is select them, and then it does the work.
Yeah, I gotta make them the right size and trim them up a little bit. And
You don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, you decided to.
Yes, I did decide to because I had to.
How's that YouTube footage coming?
What YouTube footage? It's on the camera still.
How long ago has it been
A month, literally.
Month.
Like 4 weekends ago.
I couldn't remember. It seemed like it was so long ago. I was like, no, surely we must have that up on our YouTube channel by now.
Plus, I mean, all you had to do for half of it was give it to Mike. He
Yeah.
doesn't even have to edit it himself.
Give him the camera and the cord.
Yeah.
He does have a computer.
Yeah. And software.
Anyways, at some point we're going to have a really kick-ass magic show up on our YouTube channel.
Did we
And
decide we were posting the whole thing?
I think so.
Yes?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Were we ever not?
I'm going to edit
He
it
was
down.
he was worried about Scott not wanting us to show the whole thing.
Oh, no, he said we could.
But Scott said we could show the whole thing.
He was
Okay.
in the front row with a tripod.
Yeah.
Scott walked in front of him, and it was... Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah.
We talked
He knew
to him.
I was there.
We
He knew
talked
I was
to him about
recording.
it.
I talked to him beforehand.
He said, hey, is it cool? And he said, yes.
Oh.
We're on it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
all right. Fine. I'll just bring the camera.
Bring the camera to work tomorrow, and I'll give it to Mike because he lives across a parking lot from me.
That's a good point.
Well, not tomorrow, but the next day.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to work tomorrow. Woo, woo, woo. 3-day weekend.
And you're complaining about being tired, and I'm the one who has to work tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm also getting up early anyways.
But that's a
I
choice,
hate
not a
myself.
necessity.
I slept until 8 today, you guys. It was amazing. It was fantastic.
We got our new bed. I'm excited. That's news.
Awesome.
That's on my list of things I need to get.
So anyway, let's wrap up this bitch and go on to the next show.
Yeah, we're getting delirious and ranting.
Okay, so we hope you enjoyed our first news show. It's kind of weird and
Whatever it was.
kind of odd towards the end, but
Run!
yay!
Run for your lives!
That's par for the course. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
We'll start with a little run to the hill.
Oh my god, did you guys see my screenshot of when I was downloading that from iTunes and it got stuck at 666? And I was just like, oh my god.
That's where Iron Maiden needs to get stuck.
I know, I'm like, this is the most metal thing any iPhone's ever done. And I screen
Considering they're all for hipsters, yeah.
I screen capped it. I was like, this is amazing.
Right, we were ending.
Yeah, we were.
And
My
then
bad.
you guys sang Iron Maiden. It's not my fault.
My bad.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. So I'm Michael Morgan.
I'm
Mason Ireland.
Nikki Brendel.
I'm Dustin Vancouver. We'll catch you guys next week. Yay!